Well, in this movie, he's the same age as Ralph, right? The actor playing Jason.
Yes, Ted White. He was 56 at the time of filming, and this guy, I think, pretty great Jason, just passed away last year at the age of 96.
Oh my God, guys, what we have to do after this after party, and I'm talking to people watching, not me personally. I'm more of a Manson figure. I get you to do it.
Gotcha.
Dig up his body, right?
Okay.
And then you shove a piece of an iron fence into his chest.
I see where you're going.
I love where you're going with this.
A thunderstorm.
Yes, it has to be a dark and stormy night. You're totally right. And I mean, don't have any expectations, but just see what happens.
Also call a lawyer, not it doesn't have to be a good lawyer, but a lawyer, just so that you don't call them when you are going to get arrested. This is absolutely going to get arrested.
Yeah, that's your one phone call from prison. Just remember that
a
number.
lawyer, just one.
I love the guy, the ambulance guy, who's like, he gets just like, what's the emergency? Like, they're all dead. He's like, well, if they're all dead, it ain't no emergency. I'm like, no, I don't know. 10 dead bodies. It's an I would call that an emergency. I don't know.
It was an emergency.
Yeah.
I'll tell you what it is. That's lights only, dude. You don't need that. You don't need the siren. You want to put your little lights on? Okay. But I agree with this guy. What's the rush?
They're not getting any deader, I suppose. This series never had it. And this movie almost specifically, like, especially when he escapes from the hospital. You need a Dr. Loomis or someone to be ringing the bell, like, close this town, Sheriff. Don't let any horny teens in. No one's allowed to rent any cabins or otherwise.
But who would that character be? The Bog Master?
Yeah.
Who's in charge of Jason? Nobody.
Maybe the guy that runs the bagel deli where you on your way into town, like there's like a little newsstand, you can get a shitty bagel and a fucking newspaper. Maybe that guy would close the town.
We met those people in the first movie. There's definitely a gross little lunch counter kind of thing there.
Yep.
But I think, though, what's interesting is what we're talking about. I feel kind of is why Friday the 13th Part 6 Jason Lives is my favorite, because you do have that in the then adult Tommy Jarvis running around like, listen to me, Sheriff, Jason's real. He's alive.
Come on, Jason, you pussy.
But it is interesting that like the events of 1, 2, and 3 have occurred. And then all these kids are like, should we go?
Yeah.
Should we go?
Tempt fate. Why not?
Thank you. Thank you.
Oh,
this is what spurs the Virgin to sign her own fucking death warrant, Chris Cabin. Because this guy Teddy finds a reel of silent era pornography and puts it on, and it is that classic thing that I know I've been around it. Steve, you've been around it. Cabin, I think you have too. Eric, I don't know. But you're at the party and someone puts on pornography and everybody's kind of like, ha ha ha, except the one person who's really into it.
Yeah.
That's precisely what's going on here.
Yikes.
The pH balance is way off once pornography is introduced to a party, you know?
Yep. Absolutely.
I mean, if you didn't know who had done, like, if it wasn't you're correct, it is always obvious. But if not, I would be moved to like start sorting through the crowd. Who did this? Yeah. Who did this? Who put this on? Who did this?
Yeah, I mean, I don't know, man. I don't want to watch. Could we just put the record back on and not Fatty Arbuckle's sex tape? Like, what do I need? The Three Stooges running a train on a flapper. Excellent.
They're all trying to get in at the same time, like through the doorway.
Oh my God.
All right, well, I'm hiring the three of you to clean my pipes.
Mo shoves the two other together, their boners, their dicks, like bang.
Get out of here, knucklehead. This ain't no DP scene.
The two cockheads just slammed together.
You don't smack my head, you smack her bottom.
Oh no, the Stooges.
What do you mean, Eiffel Tower? We're in France. We're here. We're in Brooklyn.
They were more brutal than Jason Voorhees.
They were, yes.
All right, Curly, go down on him.
Why are you eating coal? I thought you said we were running a train on her.
Good night.